What's up, YouTube? Bam, and welcome to Wolf King's Vids. I'm your host, the illustrious adversary. So I'm going to get into this story involving the Satanic Temple v. Netflix over the use of their Baphomet Statue, and my guest is going to be my favorite conspiratard, A Call for an Uprising.
This stuff over and over and over, and I covered the chilling adventures of Sabrina, which is based on Sabrina the Teenage Witch. And in that trailer, I showed everybody how they actually have a Baphomet statue. It's not the actual statue that the Satanists have, the Satanic Temple, that, you know, they go around the country and they always bring the statue anywhere that there's a Christian monument. But I mentioned in the video how it was kind of funny that they were using the Baphomet as a symbol of evil and learning the dark and, you know, Satanism and all that stuff. And ironically, or maybe not so ironically, because I know they listen to my channel, the Satanists are apparently suing Netflix over the depiction of the Baphomet, and I guess over what they have is a copyright on the actual statue. So Netflix and whoever made the show, the creators of the show, copied the statue. So we have the Satanic Temple, the Satanists are suing Netflix over the use of the Baphomet in the chilling adventures of Sabrina. You can't make it up. So the statue is featured heavily in Netflix Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. So I guess they use him over and over inside the show. I only covered the trailer. I do not watch the show. I do not plan on watching it unless somebody tells me that there's something I need to see to cover to make people aware of, you know, what they're actually doing and what they're actually trying to say and what they're preparing people for. But it says the statue is featured heavily in the show. It appears to be brought down. It appears to have brought down the wrath of the real-life statue's owners, the Satanic Temple. The Satanic Temple co-founder Lucien Grace tweeted on Sunday that the organization, which is described as a religious and political activism group with several chapters around the country, would be taking legal action against Netflix and the teen supernatural series for appropriating the temple's copyrighted design for a monument of the occult deity Baphomet. And you can see the tweet here from Graves. He says, yes, we're taking legal action, appropriating our copyrighted monument design to promote their asinine satanic panic fiction. And as you all know, I've covered the Satanic Temple for years. You know, they're always going after Christians and this using satanic panic, which is a trigger word, it's a mind control word, to make us all look like crazy people, not admitting to this stuff. And I'm not claiming that all the individuals who are involved in the Satanic Temple are into the things that I cover on this channel, because there's obviously a lot of young teens. They market this towards people, you know, where you get your certificate, you get this stuff, you can join a group and an organization. So, you know, a lot of people don't know what they're even involved in. The same can be said with low-level ranking Freemasons. So I'm not
Yeah, okay, so that's it. So you heard the nut job. Okay. So, yeah, the Satanic Temple is going after Netflix over the use of their Baphomet statue in the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, the reboot. Legal experts are saying this isn't a frivolous lawsuit because they have exactly copyrighted this with the U.S. Copyright Office, and it looks dead on like the Baphomet that they usually use in their political events, with the two children to the side and the Baphomet, you know, doing the famous pose. And they're using it in the show to sort of promote this idea of magic, sorcery, and demons and stuff like that. And the Satanic Temple is mainly a group that focuses on science, reason, and free thought, and they use Satan as sort of like a metaphor to promote such beliefs, because they're mainly non-theistic. All right, and the funny thing is that they're opposing experts are saying that they don't understand what's the problem with associating Baphomet with this idea of evil and superstition and all that stuff, because it's usually associated with Satanism, which is evil, and all that. And the thing is, it's sort of promoting the idea of the satanic panic, which is what not just Lucien Greaves in his Twitter message alluded to, but also that lunatic who said that he thinks it's a mind control word, but it's actually an event in the 1980s regarding children who were being supposedly kidnapped or molested and murdered in these these cult ritual abuse things, which has been long discredited now. It was the evidence was in the form of testimonies that were shown to be unreliable later on through investigation. So, for the most part, it's just to have this go unchallenged and not go after it through the legal pursuit. It's just promoting more of this superstition, more of the idea of this of there being like magical boogeymen hiding in the shadows, ready to pounce. And so I could see why they would go about seeking restitution for the use of their work being used in such a negative light. And if it goes through, that they're asking for 50 mil. So, I mean, either way, they'll have to come up with some kind of accommodation of some kind. And Netflix refers to Warner Brothers, who declined to comment on the situation, but both of the pictures of the statues look dead on. They look exact, and it looks like they might very well have a case. If it goes through, then Netflix might be in trouble. They might have to reform on that. They might have to, yield. But yeah, to have this promoted in this show, I mean, it would just be ridiculous. It would just be, it would be basically doing what this conspiracy theorist wants, which is to basically drool over this notion of, oh, there are magical demons out there. Yeah, no. We need to be open and objective and scrutinize the hell out of this shit, because it's just ridiculous. But that's my 2 cents on this issue. That's my view. This has been The Adversary. Peace out. If you like this video and know what to do, stop out, they dare to know, and hail Satan. Ciao.